guess when we take the picture.
Guess when we take this picture.
1995, 2012, like 1965, 1948.
I don't know. I mean, it's about evolving, right?
Yeah.
It's about innovation, right?
No. When's this picture taken?
When is this picture taken?
Yeah.
When is this picture taken?
No, when's this picture taken?
When is this picture taken?
No, seriously, when is this picture taken?
2018.
Last month. Yeah.
Yeah, picture's timeless. You know, that's why you can be whatever the hell you want on the picture. You can pretend whatever the time is on the picture. You can do everything on the picture. You know, you can be whatever the hell you want. You can do anything on it. It just tells a story, and it depends what kind of people you want to be.
Yeah. I mean, my friend Alex is cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You want to be like this guy?
Maybe, but I cannot be white.
Right. But I'm like technically whiter than him.
Okay.
But
You're whiter than him.
but the thing is, okay, let's talk about innovation first. So, you say what's the best point and shoot company? You know, of course everyone have their preferences, but
It's a Contact T2.
yeah, it's Contax, of course, right? It's a dead company that they made only few of the cameras, and then they have like the best quality thing. But there's a black horse in a bunch, which is Olympus,
Olympus.
right? Olympus.
Are we gonna show the audience our Olympus collection? Okay, this one.
It's Olympus.
Oh my god.
It's freaking Olympus, right? Like before I didn't notice, right? I didn't notice Olympus how good is Olympus? Not good. I don't know. I just like it now. Like never before.
We sold so many of them. We make so much money out of them.
Like we've looked at it, cause they got so much. They tried so many stuff. Like they try even more than other companies, like Canon. Of course, Canon have many more things or more technologies, more developments. But I can see Olympus is trying hard by themselves too. You can see, cause the thing about Olympus, they make revisions. They take the cameras that's good reputation, people like to use them, and then they went back and made a second version, made a better version of it. Like for example, this one, the original Infinity. They made like 3 or 4 versions of this, cause people liked it. This is original, heavy, really heavy.
Not so heavy. Plastic.
I mean, it's pretty heavy. It's really thick plastic, but people love this. It's a large aperture autofocus lens, 35 millimeter, with their technology, which is called the ESP Quick Flash. It's basically, it flashes like a strobe. You know, every time it flashes, it recharges super quick.
Super quick.
And then they made like Infinity 2, Infinity 3, like this point and shoot lines, because they know their which way they will go. You know, they made revisions of all this. I have an Infinity 2. I give it to my friend, and then this one too, the AF10. It's a popular one too. They got like a really cool red color. They made a revision of that too, the AF10 Super. This one is a 3.5, 35 millimeter lens with like flashes relatively quick, as there's only one mode, with a self timer. Just click, click, click. Flash is charged really fast too. It's really cute, good looking. Got a door. And then they made the F10 Super with a quartz date feature, data feature, and with a manual flash control as well. Filling, off, auto. Everything else is the same. They made a few little changes as well. The body didn't have any. Shut button, maybe bigger, plastic. And then this one, the ergonomics are improved a bit with a easier grip of the opening the door like that. Before it was just a round, it's got an indent. It's just the little things, you know. And then the later ones is just like, yeah, they almost out of the market, you know. This one just like everyday. It's got every feature, you know.
No, this is my first camera.
It's cheapo.
No, this is mine was 3. I have this camera. still working.
Yeah, but you know, like they trying to make like cheap, like cameras with every features in it. But this one is not the point. It's just like it suits everyday use for everyone.
Build quality is okay.
Look, like now they moved to like digital. That the Camdia line of them are pretty cool too. I love them. It's the digital line of their cameras. And
quick question: Yashica the Y35 and this, which one you prefer?
of course, this one. I mean,
Oh yeah, you're gonna do some.
you see, they took their design language. You know,
No, are we gonna do some review on this camera
maybe
compared to Yashica?
it's got a media card or something like that. But it's not the point, you know. But the best of all, they made one of these.
Oh my god.
The more of a focus on look, trendy, girly camera, which is like more.
Oh yeah, we talked about this before.
Yeah,
It's
but
beautiful.
it's pretty cool. I mean, everything you need. And then, still the famous one, the Mew 2, the Mew line. You know, it got like what 10 or 15 like of versions of this Mew Infinity, like epic. Different name, you know, the Mew line, but this one is the best of all, the Mew 2, which is the smallest 35mm that you can find point and shoot in the market. I mean, now the price is getting like,
Skyrocket.
yeah, like really high.
You want to
And
talk
then
about-
I've realized that, like, before, I was like, what's the point of this little camera? Like, before I was like, you know, like a Contax fan or something. And I didn't even look at it. I didn't even look at this camera before. But now I'm just like every day with this shit. You know, I didn't even use my contacts anymore. You know, contacts, of course, it's nice. You know, titanium body, like really cool looking. 2.8 lens, right? You know, contacts everything, man. But when I took a look of this camera, it's just like I fell in love instantly. Because why? Compact. It's the most compact of all of the point and shoots. It's like an ultra compact, right? They say it's an ultra compact 35mm camera. The ultra is on point because it's the smallest I've ever had, and it is the lightest I've ever had. And then look at this. They have a APS version. The Mew. Is it a Mew? It's I. Is it a Mew? But not the point. But this is an APS camera.
I think Mew is even smaller.
APS zoom. I mean, of course I would use this, but APS film is just dead now. But look, this is the APS camera. This is a Mew 35.
Wow.
They're like the same size. Look at that. This is just packing a a zoom lens, but they're the same fucking size.
Do you want to talk about the image quality?
I mean, how do you even make this? I mean, this is the best thing they ever made.
No, do you want to talk about image quality?
Of course.
I mean, you don't have to. It's just there, right?
And you know they have the large aperture considered on point and shoot.
No. This is largest.
Yeah, largest aperture, but you know.
This is shit, to be honest.
I mean, it's too hyped, this camera. It's just like someone did a review and then everyone loved it.
Everyone review.
Yeah, but we have them anyway. But we realize this is not a good camera. You know, it's not reliable. It's you don't have to you have a large aperture, but you don't get the best out of it. You know, it's just. Let's talk about this. It's a 35 millimeter 2.8. Flash charges really fast, really reliable autofocus, really large and bright viewfinder. Like they've went through everything. They rerouted the viewfinder. Look, here's the viewfinder on this, and then the viewfinder is right here. I'm telling you.
Wow.
They've rerouted like a prism inside to view it straight on top of the lens. And then they packed everything: flash, autofocusing system, 2.8 35 lens.
The AF, multi-AF, man.
Yeah.
Compare this. I mean, remember that girl shooting one roll, only three in focus.
This is like early. We don't talk about that. And the fact that's all weather, you know. Last time I went out with pouring rain, and it works fine, you know. Like I've actually tested in a really rainy situation, and it works. And the best thing is the close focusing capability of this camera. Look how the lens extend. Like, you see, it came out like that. So the close focusing range is like this.
Like this.
About what? About like 30 centimeter, 0.3 meter, something like that. So you can get a really nice close-up portrait, you know, with bokeh as well, with a 2.8 lens. I mean, this is the best camera. I finally realized this, like, compactness, ease of use, relatively large aperture, point and shoot, everything you need, all in one camera, DX coded. You don't even have to care about anything.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what to say, but one of the best camera ever made by Olympus. And still the same thing. Like, do you care about gear more?
Gear?
I mean, what kind of people you want to be? Do you want to be like him?
Come on, I'm good.
Like,
Of course.
I don't know. Everyone want to be something. But do you want to be like him? I think everyone want to be like him. But
Is that contact T2 he carry? T3.
yeah, it's a T3.
Wow.
The guy holding a light meter. Guy holding a T3. Guy holding a Rolleiflex.
Rolleiflex is okay.
Not a Rolleiflex.
Yashica.
Yashica. But twin lens reflex. A girl holding a Instax.
Nice dress.
Or freaking
It's me again.
XT3.
Yeah.
Contact C2. Or what is that, light meter?
Yeah, I meter.
What kind of light meter is that?
I don't know.
Never seen that before.
Yeah. But what's the point using light meter?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about, but I mean today's like topic is maybe it's just the Olympus Me Too, right?
Yeah. No.
You know, like why people why we as the younger generation will say why we like point and shoot that much and getting into film photography is we just like to be cool, right? You know, film is pretty cool. You know, those old people, like those people back in the days use, right? But it give you like photos like cool photos like that.
Yeah, like this guy.
But we don't want to fiddle with like SLRs or settings and everything.
Aperture,
Like
focus.
you don't have to. I don't want to learn that shit, but I want to get film photos, and I don't want to bring like a bulky camera every day and like walk around. So that's why this freaking cameras get so popular now. It's the best of all. Best constructions, best features, best compactness. No brainer. You don't have to think. Point and shoots, right? And that's why they're getting so popular and so expensive. Premium. I mean, compare this to this. Why is like more popular again among younger people or fashion? Because it's just no brainer. It's cheaper than contacts. I mean, contacts is a staple. You know, like you're proving that you know photo. You're proving that you have a status. You know, that's a contacts. But this thing, you just like don't even think.
What about this thing?
What is this?
81, right?
I mean, this one is just like you have to think about everything. You have to like lens and shutter speed. Even have auto features. Just this is the body itself. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah.
And you have to do all the
This thing
settings
look
and
cool,
stuff.
though.
It look cool, but you know, people just want to get quick film photos done.
Can this shit shoot indoor?
What can that shit shoot straight into?
No, can 81 shoot indoor without flash?
Of course, cause you got
What's the shutter speed?
you have an option of a large aperture lens on this.
1.8, 1.4?
Yeah.
What about shutter speed?
1.2 even have
No, what about shutter speed? Like 30? 60?
like as long as you want.
But you will blur. You're gonna carry another tripod, right?
What's your point?
That thing takes skill. You know?
Yeah.
And even meter doesn't work, man.
It doesn't have a built-in flash.
Yeah.
You have to use a flash.
So, I mean, do you think we like it? Right?
I don't think we like it.
I mean, it's look cool, right? But I mean, those kids, they skip school. Why they skip school to learn stuff?
Look, it's just some growing, like some.
Trendy.
No, as you grow, you more. Before you would think like, what, like when you start to know about film photography, when you will get into film photography, maybe in school or something, and you always think, yeah, retro, SLRs looks the best, is the coolest shit you've ever seen. You want a bulky SLR with a large lens with everything attached that you look cool. But as you grow, as you know more about this, you'll shift slowly to this, because you know, like, yeah, I've know everything about this now. I just need now I'm just so attached to film that we don't even need this. I know all the settings, and then I have to get a camera that's small enough that I can get film photos every day. All settings figured out for me, and then stay cool as well. That's why this comes. Point and
All
shoot.
these come.
Yeah. It gives you basically close to the same thing, but you can bring it everywhere. You don't have to think about it. You just snap. And I don't know. It just, as you grow, you just go into this, like, maybe your thoughts are just not into
Settings.
those cameras or settings anymore.
Image quality.
You just wanted to record your life, you know. Have
Or-
this everywhere. Don't think about it. Just
Be creative. More
And-
than
and-
settings.
and why is this popular? Because it's the best of all in the compact camera
Second best.
selections.
T3 is the best.
I mean, look, because this got, already expensive, already premium, and then who the fuck use it? The fucking
Kendall
G-Dragon,
Jenner.
Kendall Jenner, and then
Kiko.
appears on the fucking TV. That's why.
Yeah.
And everyone wants this. I want to point and shoot, but I've seen that on TV. Like famous people use it. I'll use this too, and that proves that I know. That proves that I know film photography. That I know point and shoot. That I know that I've related somehow to famous people. So yeah, that kind of explains why why this thing gets popular. I mean, it's a good camera on its own, but overpriced now. But what can you do? It's like this. But before, I used to love this because Kendall Jenner used it.
But before we love this.
Before we love this
This shit.
because of the large aperture, technical stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then now it's like.
Doesn't focus most of the time.
And then I love this because famous people use it, and it's freaking cool, and I'm like over that, and now I'm just like, yeah, everywhere.
Quick question. Like, in all those years, do you use this? I mean, have you ever used this?
Look, when I start school, like get into
It's a fucking requirement.
film photography, I want the best of all. Same, you know what I got? I got a Nikon F3. I got a Nikon F3 with a 50mm 1.2 lens, with a sports finder, with a big ass flash, with the motor drive. It's like,
the flash can TTL.
yeah,
Wow.
it's attached it here. It's like proprietary connection for the F3.
Wow.
I got everything. That thing weighs like fucking 4 or 5 kilograms. I just like bring that shit everywhere, and it's like the coolest shit ever, right?
So
And
you
now
are-
it's just like at home.
You are more like this guy.
Yeah. It's like people change. Like when they know more about it, it just change, I'm not like, before I just really care about technical stuff, 1.2.
I think this gear make people stupid. Setting make people stupid.
Yeah, what's the point of you knowing like all this? Like what are you trying to prove? Like yeah, it's good that you know everything, but
Waste of time.
I mean it's yourself.
That's why our channels.
You're feeding yourself. You're feeding your ego. You're feeding like everything.
I know everything. I know.
Like it's just not the point. I mean, it's like photography is just so weird, Like what about like the point of them having different cameras is to feed your ego.
Oh,
to
really?
feed your need for features and specs.
Holy shit, we have so much ego. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at so much ego. Holy shit!
Like,
Seriously?
that's what people into cameras all care about, like, is the specs.
No, we sell them. Okay. Yeah, fuck that.
You know, like how much you use. Like, for us, like we don't mainly, like maybe.
We sell camera. Okay.
Like we don't make money out of photography. We sell cameras, but we don't make money out of it.
We try, but we fail.
But the thing is, like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I know what you
People think about it, but only think about it, you know.
You think about it.
It's like I know. It's all about, you know, my ego. It's all about specs, right? I know. I'm not into that, but yeah, it is a fact that I care. It's something that you think about, but you would never follow. You know, if you do that, if you follow that, you'll be the greatest photographer, right?
Follow what?
If you follow yourself, you know, you don't care about cameras and stuff, you know. But
so you think we are screwed up?
Everyone is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of depressing.
Do you know why I like Coke Zero?
Why?
Because it says no sugar and no calories, but I don't believe them. But I believe them.
What the fuck? This is philosophical stuff, man.
Coca-Cola, please sponsor us. I'm consuming 12 cans per day of Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Cause I know that you tell me that there's no sugar and calories, and it tastes like Coke.
No. Remember that story? We buy the 12 pack of Coke Zero.
Yeah, 12 pack of Coke Zero is around $4 Canadian, and then when you buy a bottle,
when you buy a bottle, you buy 12 pack Coke Zero, and you buy a bottle of Coke Zero.
Yeah,
same time.
They cost the same price.
And you buy them. Why? Can you explain why you do that?
Can you explain why you do this?
We sell them. We
consume them.
Oh, makes sense though. Alright.
Feeding your ego, right?
Yeah, bye bye. It's too depressing today. Bye bye.